up the ante, change presentation, that sort of stuff?
Right. Well, yeah, I'll take this one. Well, every year, we always look up the visual fidelity of the in-game graphics. I mean, our character models always look amazing, and I don't think I have a big head in saying that. So every year, we look to refine and refinements to not only just the in-game graphics, but like you said, the sound, to really make the slams on the mat sound as bone-crunching as they do on WWE programming. And I think we've done a markedly better job this year of enhancing both of those attributes in the game. So I mean, the game, it looks more refined. It sounds more like you would expect when you watch Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. So I think both of those areas are definitely a step up compared to WWE 12.
Cool. Tell me a little bit about the presentation in terms of replays and that sort of stuff, and kind of, you guys are trying to kind of more recreate the TV experience. Is that kind of what you guys are going for this year?
That's always our goal.
Always our goal. We try to do that every year.
Yeah, we want you to look, do a double take and you're seeing the game and it looks like television. We're really trying to accomplish that. So we added a replay system that happens after big moments.
Okay.
We have the spectacular moments, which are these really cool, kind of awe-inspiring moments that happen in past WWE matches, like a ring collapse or a suplex outside the ring, or to slam someone through the crowd barricade. A lot of those cool moments are in
catch finishers, which are one of my personal favorites.
Finishers, absolutely. And it's not just the animations themselves and doing the moves. It's the audio that backs them up. We have some really great commentary calls by Michael Cole and
the King.
Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler. We have all new crowd in the game that we've actually taken from WWE television and put in the game. So it sounds really authentic. So it's a complete, like you mentioned, visual and audio experience in the game.
So tell me a little bit more about these sort of like these memorable moments or the OMG moments.
OMG moments.
How does that work when I'm actually playing a match? Like, is it an in-game prompt, or am I doing like some sort of like finishing move combination of buttons or something like that? Like, how does that all play out in a match?
It's all very very simple. It's when you have a stored finishing icon, and it basically opens up the possibilities of you being able to perform these spectacular moments, OMG moments.
Okay.
For example, the barricade break. If you have a stored finisher, you can Irish whip your opponent into that corner barricade, and just by having that finisher, you'll see the prompt, the OMG prompt on the screen. It's as simple as pressing the Y button to perform your finisher, and you can plow, the defender right through the barricade.
Nice.
The same for the catch finishers. As long as you have a finisher in your possession, you can intercept a springboard attack, a top rope dive, by pressing again. It's a time sequence. You have to be, right on the money with it.
Sure.
Press the finisher button, snatch the opponent out of midair, and hit him with. I was going to say almost spoiled the roster reveal. But you can hit him with a very cool finishing move. I'll just leave it at that.
All right, cool. Well, who knows? Maybe they're seeing on the live stream who you're talking about right now. But we'll see.
We'll see.
So can everybody do every memorable moment? Or, I mean, can you talk a little bit about sort of the customization? I mean, the ring collapse, right?
Right.
That was like Big Show Mark Henry. So, I mean, like, am I going to see Christian collapsing a ring when he falls on it or something like that?
We want it to be authentic. I mean, those are limited to the super heavyweights that do the ring collapse in particular.
Yeah.
Okay.
For those that are, the smaller superstars that aren't
light heavyweights,
we have the suplex the outside the ring when you do whip them into that corner. So there's a different moment that's presented to different superstars. And same thing goes for the announcer table OMG moments. There's different finishers that are pulled off in the announcer table. I think everyone can pull off the crowd barricades.
Everybody can, yeah. We have different animations, though, depending on the weight class of the attacker. So,
interesting.
So there's variety in there for sure, depending on who you're playing.
All right.
Cool. Let's talk a little bit
raw footage. Raw audio that they're able to give to us. They have crowd chants. They have sound effects because they have mics all throughout the arena that they're capturing. So we were able to get all that stuff. It was just a total dump. We were able to put all that stuff in there, and it has a really authentic sound in the game. You'll be surprised, and you're going to notice the difference from W12 to W12.
Oh, yeah, it's night and day, especially in terms of the crowd chants.
Interesting.
I mean, it's cool when you boot up and you just go right into a match with CM Punk and you hear the crowd chanting his name right off the bat, and all that was taken from programming.
That's awesome.
And last year, I think we got like 150 people in a warehouse doing a chant. So you kind of got that feeling that it doesn't really sound like. But now you have, it sounds like a live.
It's the real deal.
People inside an arena.
It's the difference between 150 people in a warehouse and a people in a Staples Center, basically.
We took a lot of crowds actually from that. Remember that Raw right after WrestleMania?
Right.
That crowd was just rocking. It was live. That was like one of the best crowds that they've had at Raw in a long time.
Yeah.
So we took quite a bit of chance from crowd.
Great collaboration. I mean, we couldn't be happier with the involvement that we have with the WWE, and they kind of just opened the doors for us and welcomed us in, and been a great partner, I think.
And you were talking about presentation earlier, and just us trying to doing our job of mimicking what you see on programming, like all the the number one contender graphics, the
Right.
title graphics that occur on those transitions when they have title matches on programming.
Right.
All of that stuff we get from the WWE, and it's as simple as us just requesting it from them. And they're more than happy to oblige and send us whatever it is that we need.
And I guess the collaboration had to step it up a little bit even because of the Attitude Era. You guys have to go digging in the archives pretty much, right?
Yeah.
That's right, yep.
Digging in the crates.
Yep.
All right.
And there are some challenges with that, but they have.
If you're just a wrestling nut, like you said, I mean, there are kids who were never around for the Attitude Era,
Right.
and they can pick up W13, go into Attitude Era mode, and they can learn for themselves why the three of us are so enamored by Stone Cold Steve Austin, like what
Right.
it was about him
Right.
that just made us all into fans, you
Uh-huh.
know? So I think it's all the way around is great. I mean, it's entertaining, and you'll learn something.
Right, absolutely. So we've talked about visuals, we've talked about audio. Let's talk a little bit about gameplay. Obviously, you guys did a lot of modifications with WWE 12.
Yeah.
But can you talk a little bit about, the basic framework for the gameplay this time around?
I'll take that one. I'll take that one. We like it. Corey had mentioned earlier how we laid the foundation in 12,
Yeah.
and it was a strong foundation. And what we've done this year, we didn't deviate too far from that path.
Okay.
What we've done is just, we refined
Yep.
our grapple system, the engine itself, and we've added some small bells and whistles here and there. I mean, we talked about these spectacular moments.
Yeah.
We've done some cool new additions, such as adding pin combination functionality to the top rope dives.
Okay.
We've added in more contextual reversals for certain strikes and things, just to make the matches flow and look more realistic.
Okay.
But as far as we didn't radically deviate from what we did,
Uh-huh.
because we just continued to build and mold what we had in 12. And
Right.
for my money, I mean, this is probably the best that it's played.
Uh-huh.
And I know I said that in 12, and it was true.
It's true then, yeah, right.
But it's
okay.
true this year as well.
Okay.
I mean, I play the game for hours when I'm at work.
Right.
And I do it for fun.
Right.
That's the beauty of my job. I get to play this game for hours, a day.
Yeah.
And I never get tired of it. It never gets old for me.